start brushing up these skills, then I can guarantee you that success is really not far. This is the third video in the series of what is the right path for your HR career growth. In last two videos, we discussed about different branches of HR function and what kind of work you'll be doing under each branch. We also discussed about different competencies which you need to start and grow your career in recruitment and in HR operations. I'm giving the link of both the videos in description box. Do watch them, it will really help you. The agenda of today's video is to tell you about different competencies which you need to start and grow your career in payroll function, learning and development, and industrial relations. Third branch of HR function is payroll, and the number one competency which you need to grow in this role, that is proficiency on MS Excel. In this role, you are required to make and process the salary of employees, which could be from 100 to thousands of employees. Nowadays, many organizations have started using payroll software, which makes the job little easy to process the salary. But if I will talk about mid-sized organizations, there are many companies which are still using MS Excel to process and maintain the salary of their employees. So your command on MS Excel has to be very good so that you can manage, maintain and process the salary of each employee on monthly basis without making any errors. If your command is good on MS Excel, then you can use it to automate the process. You can use formulas to minimize the errors, and obviously it will be a time-saving tool as well. Second competency which you need to grow in this role, that is communication skill. It will play a crucial role here also, because you are supposed to deal with employees to resolve their grievances regarding attendance and salaries on monthly basis. Especially you have to talk to the employees at the beginning of the financial year and towards the end of the financial year, so that you can get the idea of their estimated financial saving and actual financial savings, so that you can deduct the taxes from their salaries accordingly. And here let me tell you, communication skill is going to play a crucial role in all the branches of HR function, whether it's recruitment, HR operations, payroll, learning and development, or industrial compliances. So I'm not going to repeat it again and again. The third competency which you need to grow in payroll function, that is having a strong knowledge of different kind of compliances. You should have a very sound knowledge of PF, ESIC, PT, taxes, HRA and different other kind of allowances, so that you can deduct the taxes from employees' salaries and various other kind of deductions accordingly. So this is all about the payroll function. Now let's move towards the fourth branch, which is learning and development. If you wish to make your career in L&D function, then the number one competency which you should work on, that is having a sound knowledge of the business for which you are working. As an L&D professional, you should have a thorough knowledge of the business, so that you can bridge the gap between the skills which are required for business to grow and the skills which employees have. This competency will also help you to design the training calendar as per the business requirement. So whenever you go to attend any interview for L&D role, make sure that you collect enough information about that business, how do they operate, which will give you an upper hand in the interview. The second competency which you should work on, that is probing skills. This is one of the most important competency if you want to grow your career in L&D role, which will help you to know the root cause of the problem and if that problem can be resolved by training or not, because all the problems of business cannot be resolved by training. Most of the time, managers will come to you and ask you to provide this training or that training just by seeing the problem on the surface and not the root cause. As an example, if an employee is not able to meet the sales target, his manager will come to you and ask you to put him in any of the training which will help him to achieve his sales numbers. But as an L&D professional, it is your job that you ask him enough questions to know the real reason of the problem, why a particular employee is not able to meet the sales target. Is he lacking with persuasion skill and not able to persuade the customer? Is he not confident enough to face the customer? Or is he lacking with product knowledge, hence not able to explain the product to the customer? Or is he not doing his follow-ups on time, hence not able to convert inquiries into sales? Or as a salesperson, he is not able to drive the conversation and the command is always in the customer's hand, or whatever it is. You need to make sure that you ask him enough questions to know the real reason of the problem, so that you can provide the solution accordingly. And once you know that this problem can be resolved by training, then make sure that you get this idea, what does manager want employee to achieve after attending this training, which will be an indicator to know the ROI of the training. So basically you need to probe them like a detective, but with empathy. The third competency which you should work on, that is content designing. In this role, you have to design the training content as well for various types of internal training. So what will be taught in the training, what kind of teaching method will be used, what are the different activities which will be conducted in the session, everything has to be designed by you. So basically you have to design the training content starting from the moment training will start till the end of the session. But here you need to make sure that your training content has to be engaging enough to keep the participant glued to the session. So you command on the subject for which you are making the training content and your imagination skills so that you can plan different fun activities which will lead to learning. Both has to be very high. Then only you can make the engaging training content which will keep the participants awake in the session. So this is about L&D function. Now let's move towards the fifth branch, which is industrial relations. But before that, I want to know, are you finding this video informative, helpful, yes or no? If yes, then like the video, share your thoughts in the comment section, share this video with other HR students so that it will be helpful to them as well. And do subscribe to the channel so that you get to watch more such meaningful content in the future. Now the fifth branch is industrial relations, and the number one competency which you need to grow in this role, that is having a sound knowledge of different kind of compliances. You should have very good knowledge of different compliances, acts, rules which are there for employees and employer both. The second competency which you should work on, that is networking skills so that you can grow your network and use it as and when required. The third skill which you should work on, that is liaising skill. In this role, you are supposed to liaison with many people in government department and you need this skill to successfully liaison with them. The fourth skill which you need, that is negotiation skill. Here in this role, you have to negotiate with many people in government department and at times with employees also to sort out the differences which they have with the employer. And here let me tell you, this negotiation is not only related to money, but it is related to viewpoints as well to sort out the differences between two parties. So this is all about the competencies which you need to start and grow your career in each branch of HR function. If you start brushing up these skills, then I can guarantee you that success is really not far.